I am starting to work and right now I have $5 in my balance. I will do everything strictly according to the instructions I received from my subscriber. To find a suitable situation and open a profitable signal, first I need to wait for the white line of the moving average to cross the blue line. In this situation, the white lines are moving up and the crossover happened just a couple of minutes ago. Look at this, but the most important indicator in this method is the parabolic. You need to wait for the line to cross only if a new trend has opened on the parabolic indicator. Here at the bottom of the candles, yellow dots appear, which means that a new upward trend has begun. But that's not all. The most important factor in this strategy is that the crossover of the moving average line must occur before 10 parabolic points appear. These are 10 yellow points, at the top or bottom. And if the intersection occurs at the first, second, fifth or seventh point, I can enter the trade. But if more than 10 parabolic points are already open, it means I missed the situation and basically cannot enter the trade. In this particular case, absolutely all factors are taken into account, which is why I chose a time of 2 minutes and the amount is $5. I opened a position upwards and expect the price to rise so I can make a profit. My subscriber said he found this strategy on some forum and completely adjusted all the settings to suit himself. He opened over 200 different positions and noticed this pattern. There is one very small detail that makes the entire strategy profitable as a whole, but it still needs to be verified. Let's wait for the end of our trade. The trade closes and I make a profit of $4.83 in the first situation. This is a very good start. Let's move on. In the new situation, I have been watching this currency pair for 10 minutes and the line has just crossed. This is the first signal for me. A couple of minutes ago, the parabolic points started to appear, and this means that I am fully ready to work in this situation. The time for my position here is 2 minutes. The amount is $10 and I think the price will go down. And yes, by the way, also note that sometimes the crossing of the line can occur before new parabolic points appear, and that is absolutely normal. If 1 or 2 minutes have passed, it's not a big deal. Ideally, the crossing of the line should occur when a new parabolic trend has already opened and 10 points have not yet appeared. Overall, the essence of this method is simple and understandable. To achieve profitable trades with this strategy, it is recommended to open positions for 1, 2, 3 minutes. This is really a fast strategy, but to be honest, I don't know how this method works on longer time frames because the guy who gave me this method only worked with 2-3 minutes. He used this time with those specific settings, and you can basically experiment if you want. Try using different conditions at another time and perhaps you will achieve even better results. But I do not guarantee this because the strategy is intended for fast trading. You should also understand that on such a time frame there can be a lot of noise and the price can fluctuate significantly. This means that sometimes some signals may be unprofitable, and that is absolutely normal. It is impossible to always make a profit on a small time frame. Sometimes the market can disrupt your work, and at that moment the key is to manage your capital properly and never take unnecessary risks. The trade closes in profit, with my balance at 1941. Let's move on. I continue to work, and a couple of minutes ago I discovered this situation. I am putting up my entire balance and opening a short position. As you can see, it looks quite good. All the details and factors of the strategy are in place: crossings, lines, parabolic points, and I expect the price to go down. The third trade with the Australian dollar and Swiss franc closes in profit, and I receive a profit of $17, bringing my balance to $36. We are moving towards a big goal with small but precise steps. The next entry I will make will be on the US dollar currency pair. You can see the intersection of the lines forming at the existing parabolic points. This is very good. I am putting up my entire balance and entering a long position. For clarity, I will highlight the area again and show the intersection of the lines, as well as the parabolic trend indicating an upward movement. Thus, I try to accomplish the practically impossible task of growing a $5 deposit. I spend a long time carefully selecting the currency pairs through which I will make my entries. The conditions for opening a trade with this strategy do not appear every minute, so we have to wait for some time. In general, let's wait for the completion of our trade, and in the next situation, I will share something interesting. The trade is closed, adding $21 to our bank, and we move on to the next entry. If you understood the essence of this strategy, you probably have an idea of where I plan to enter next. The crossing of moving averages with no more than 10 parabolic points indicates that the price will go down. But remember, in the first trade, I mentioned a small detail that makes the entire strategy profitable overall. Specifically, in this case, we see a resistance zone. Below, we see another resistance zone that acted as support before the breakout and the current support zone that the price will aim for. I believe that technical analysis should remain a priority tool during trading, while connected indicators, various strategies, signals, etc. should act as filters. This way, we enter the market when all conditions are met. For example, we see that the overall price potential is directed downward. And now there is a pullback to the resistance zone. We also notice a candlestick pattern indicating a reversal. Moreover, the basement indicator also hints at sacrificial movements. Only in this case, when all factors point to a certain price movement, do we enter a trade. I will talk about how I personally trade and earn using technical analysis in the upcoming videos, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The trade closes in profit and I have $108 in my balance. Here I enter a buy position. We see that the white line crosses the blue line from bottom to top. We also observe 6 parabolic points and anticipate the further movement of the price. Let's zoom out the chart and look at the picture as a whole. Once again, let's highlight the area and mark the support zone from which the price has repeatedly bounced. I will indicate the moment of rejection with these yellow arrows. And I think the price will rise. Let's wait together for the end of our expiration. The trade closes in profit and I receive a profit of $79 to the bank. Moving on. In this situation, I enter a buy position. We see that the crossing of the lines has already occurred and the parabolic trend is just beginning. I assume that the price will go up. I get another plus, and we move on to the next situation. Here, I will enter with the currency pair pound and yen. I am putting up my entire balance and making a trade on the rise. We see no more than 10 parabolic points. The intersection of the line suggests further price movement, and we also notice a candlestick pattern. Let's wait for the result together. The 8th trade closes in profit with my balance at $638. I remind you that I started with $5, just $5, and now my balance is $638. I am not going to stop. We are looking for the next entry, Euro Pound. I'm entering a buy position. As in all previous situations, we noticed the beginning of a bullish trend and the crossing of the line, which indicates future upward movement. The trade closes in profit and I make a profit of $535. I think you already understand where I will be entering. If you think it's going down, you are absolutely right. I am putting up my entire balance and going for a downward trade. As usual, we observe the crossing of lines, parabolic indicators, and of course, we expect a short movement. The trade closes in profit, and I have a crazy amount of $2,000 in my balance, but that's not all. I think this will be the last entry in my trading session. I press the red button and a position of $2,000 is opened. There are no exceptions in this situation. The white line also crosses the blue line from top to bottom. A parabolic trend has opened, but 10 points have not yet formed. Just below, there is a support zone that the price is likely to aim for. Let's wait for the final trade. Friends, as the trade comes to an end, I also want to mention that any strategy you encounter for the first time should be tested and practiced on a demo account. It is recommended to use this strategy when the market is relatively calm. Also, let's not forget about the combination of factors I mentioned. We take a look at technical analysis, and if you are not familiar with it yet, that's okay. In the upcoming videos, I will explain it in detail. By the way, the trade closes in profit with a balance of $38.33, $18.33. I am now going to withdraw the funds, and the screenshot should appear somewhere here. Also, don't forget about the Telegram channel, which offers free trading sessions, useful information, and many other interesting things. If you have any questions, feel free to message me privately. I will also leave the link in the description. Wishing everyone fruitful and profitable trading. See you.